Welcome to this video on the modified Euler method. By the end of this video, you will be able to solve an ODE using this modified Euler method. Now, as a reminder, we're trying to solve a single first-order ODE, and shown here is the general solution procedure in that we update our independent variable xi to xi plus 1 by adding the step size h. And we update our dependent variable yi to yi plus 1 by adding an average slope times the step size h. And the key is how to calculate this average slope, because it has in its definition the integral of the slope dy dx over the interval from xi to xi plus 1. Now, this integral will be solved using a numerical technique. And the numerical technique that we're going to use to derive the modified Euler method, also sometimes called the improved Euler method, is the trapezoidal method. So let's dive in. So we know that the integral over the slope dy dx, is given by the right-hand side of the ODE. And if we apply then to this right-hand side of the ODE f the trapezoidal method, we get that this integral is approximated by a half f evaluated at the start point, xi, yi, plus the right-hand side evaluated at the end point, fxi plus 1, yi plus 1, times the step size, xi plus 1 minus xi. But if you assume that this is constant, then this would be times h, which is equal to xi plus 1 minus xi. So therefore, the slope as evaluated by the trapezoidal method is 1/2 f at the left bound plus f at the right bound. And if we then use this slope to update our solution, yi plus 1, we find that this is yi plus the slope, 1/2 f at xi yi plus f at xi plus 1 yi plus 1 times h. Now, there's one issue in there. How do we get xi plus 1, yi plus 1? Right? Because we're doing this step to figure out what the new solution is, yi plus 1. Now, one approach would be to treat this as an implicit method. And if we were to do this, this would lead to a different method that's called Crank-Nicolson. That's actually not part of this course. Here, for the improved Euler method or the modified Euler method, we're going to use something else. We're going to use a little trick. We are going to estimate what the solution will be. How are we going to do this? We're just going to use forward Euler with a step of h. That should get us from xi to xi plus 1 and yi to a guess for yi plus 1. So let's do this. So xi plus 1, the Euler guess is xi plus h. And yi plus 1, this Euler guess is equal to yi plus forward Euler, so the right-hand side f evaluated at our known point xi, yi times the step size h. And then with this solution pair, xi plus 1 Euler, yi plus 1 Euler, we can then evaluate this right-hand side f at this point and update the solution overall with the modified Euler method using the formula as shown. Right? So that comes from this Euler step. So it's kind of like a two-step dance at this point. We do an initial guess, and then we use this guess to update the actual solution. So what would this look like geometrically? Right? As a first step, we do this forward Euler with a step size of h that gives us an estimation for yi plus 1 Euler and xi plus 1. And we then evaluate the slope at that point. We take that slope at that Euler point plus the slope at our original start point xi, yi, and we average the two. And that is then the slope that we will use to find the new solution value yi plus 1. Okay, let's do an example for this. So we are going to solve the ODE that we have been solving before using explicit Euler and implicit Euler. But here we are only asked or tasked to solve this on the interval from 0 to 2. again with a constant step size of h equal to 1 using this modified Euler method. Okay, so I have my table here. I can start by filling in the index numbers 1, 2, and 3. This is a little bit thicker. And I know my initial constraint that if I is equal to 1, then my x is equal to 0. And my y is given right here, right? My y at x equal to 0 is equal to 1. So I can fill this out already. Now, in order to use the modified Euler method, I first have to estimate here what this Euler solution is using a step size of h. So let's begin. So I'm going to start with I equal to 1. And the first thing is that I need to evaluate y, I plus 1, so y2, superscript e for the Euler solution, which is equal to y1 plus f evaluated at x1, comma y1 times the step size h. So now this here is my right-hand side, right? F of x and y. So 1/10 x times y plus x. So now I just have to substitute in the values that I have. So let me mark where they come from. So I have my x1. My x1 is this value here. And I have a y1. That y1 value gets used here and here. So that would be 1. Well, let me just write it out one more time, substituting in what f is. So y1 plus 1/10 x1 times y1 plus x1, and this entire thing times h. So now I'm going to do the substitution. So here's my y1, my x1 gets used here and here, and then I have an h as well. That h comes from the problem statement, h is equal to 1. So let's plug in the numbers. y1 is 1 plus 1/10 times x1, which is 0, y1 times y1 is 1, plus x1 is 0 times h, which is 1. So there's a 0, plus 0 is 0, times 1 is still 0. And so the result for y2 Euler is equal to 1. Okay, so now I can evaluate this right-hand side here. Okay, so I need for my update an f of xi, yi. Well, that's what I calculated here, right? That's this one here, f of x1, comma y1. That's this one here, f of x1, comma y1, and we just found that that is equal to 0. And now I need to evaluate f at xi plus 1 e, yi plus 1 e, which is equal to 1/10 x, right, I is equal to 1, so x2e times y2e plus x2e. Okay, so let's plug in the numbers for this. So my x2e will be the same thing as my x2, right? It's x1 plus h. So that's equal to 1. So I have this value over here. So let's substitute this in. Got this one here that goes into here and here. And then I also have the value of y2 Euler, this one. That value plugs into here. So we have 1/10 times 1 times 1 plus 1. So that's 1.1. That's my f at this estimated Euler point. And now with this I can evaluate what my actual y2 is, right, using this formula now over here. So my y2 is my original y1 plus 1/2 times f of x1, comma y1 plus f of x2 Euler, y2 Euler. And now all I've left to do is plug in the values. So my y1 is equal to 1. Right? That's this value over here. And then I have my f of, well, that's first plus 1/2 times f of x1, y1, that was this value here, which is 0, plus my fx2 Euler, y2 Euler, that is this value, it's 1.1. And then times h, which I forgot over here. So times h, which is 1. So we'll have 1 plus 1/2, 1.1, that's 0.55. So that would be 1.55. That would be my solution at I equal to 2. There we go, 1.55. So that's the first step. And the problem tasks us to go all the way to x equal to 2. So we'll have to do another step here. And I know that at I equal to 3, my x will be 2. So I equal to 2 makes the new value x3, which is equal to 2. First off, we have to evaluate f of x2, y2. That's 1/10 x2, y2 plus x2. So that would be equal to 1/10 x2. So all I have to do here is look in the table. x2 is 1. That's my cyan. That's my x2. Okay. Times y2. I'll pick another color here. There's my y2. It's this value, y2. That goes into here. And then I have the x2 value again. This one here. So let's plug in the value. So 1/10 times 1 times 1.55 plus 1. So that was my cyan value. This was the 1.55 that came from the table. So that would be equal to 1.155. Okay, so that's my f at x2, y2. And with that, I can now calculate what is y3 Euler, right? Using this formula over here, where I will use this f that I just found. So y3 Euler is equal to y2 plus f of x2, y2 times h. My y2 is equal to 1.55, right? That came from the table. That's my y2. And my f of x2, y2 is the one that I just calculated. So plus 1.155 times h, which is 1. So that gives me a value of 1.55 plus 1 point. Oh, that's why this didn't look too good. Okay, because what I forgot is, no, actually that's what it is. Well, okay, 1.55 plus 1.155, 5017, 2.705. 2.705. There we go. So that's my y3 Euler. And now I have to evaluate f at x3 Euler and y3 Euler. There we go. So that would be 1/10 times x3 Euler times y3 Euler plus x3 Euler. Let's plug in the values. So 1/10 x3 Euler is the same as x3, so that's equal to 2. y3 Euler I just found is 2.705 plus x3 Euler, that would be equal to 2. And that then is equal to 5.41, 0.541, so 2.541. There we go. And then finally, I can now calculate my y3, which is equal to my y2, plus 1/2 times f of x2, y2, plus f of x3 Euler, y3 Euler, times h. And let's plug in the values. So my y2 was equal to 1.55. 1.55 plus 1/2 times f, so the f is this one right here, x2, y2, so 1.155 plus the f evaluated using this x3, y3 Euler points, that was 2.541, 2.541 times h, which is equal to 1. And if you plug in those values, you'll get this is equal to 3.398. 3.398. And that's the solution approach of how to solve this. It's always a two-step process. You will first calculate the f at the current point to figure out what the Euler value is, and then use that to calculate the f at this Euler point, and then average these two to find the actual new solution. Thank you for watching.